Alright, slugs, how you doing? It's me. I've got the wrong thing up on my screen, so you're not going to be seeing the team preview right now. Preview. Fucking 10 out of 10 intro, Ellie. Well done. That's going to kill your ears. Hey guys, it's Ellie here, and today we are facing probably one of the biggest challenges this season. We're facing none other than Kyle. We lost last week, and I really do not want to lose again this week. So we're gonna go ahead and try our best to not do that. I'm gonna put up the two teams here right now. As you can see, Kyle has a ridiculously good draft. He's got the likes of a Victini, Hydreigon, a Keldeo, a fucking Stunfisk is in there, Aerodactyl, Blissey, Toxapex, and a Serena. I think there may be a couple others I'm missing. This is literally just off the top of my head, so I may have left some out, but you'll be able to see them, but those are the ones I'm listing. As you can see, I have brought a Conkeldurr, an Excadrill, a Roserade, Tyranitar, Alakazam, and Clefable. Quickly going to run down my team and why I brought it. So I've got a Conkeldurr banded this week with Mach Punch, Drain Punch, Earthquake, and Thunder Punch. I brought this because it literally destroys his entire team. Priority would be really nice for the likes of Aerodactyl. And Thunder Punch basically OHKOs Keldeo and Toxapex. Conk really pressures his team. It's incredible. And I really wanted to have something for Hydreigon, basically, because that thing's scary, and I don't want to deal with it. Then I have Assault Vest Excadrill to deal with Klefki. That thing is annoying, I don't want it Thunder Waving, I don't want it setting up spikes, and I can take like 5 HP fires from it uninvested, so that's splendid with the Assault Vest. I've got X-Scissor on there for the Serena. Rapid Spin, Earthquake, and Iron Head. Pretty standard stuff. Yeah, pretty good coverage against his entire team. Sandrush, Excadrill puts in a lot of work. I brought Sandrush this week because I'm good at prepping, okay? I had my reasons for Sandforce last week, but I thought, you know what? I'm not going to make that mistake again. So I want to be outspeeding things, so let's bring it. Then I have a Spadef Roserade to deal with Hydreigon and his Keldeo. Fun fact for you guys, Specs Keldeo cannot two-shot my Roserade, which is fan-fucking-tastic. I'd be in a bit more trouble if it was a Calm Mind set or a Swords Dance set, if it was a Lord. But I was really scared of Specs Keldeo, so I had to bring this Roserade. I've brought Hazard Stacking Roserade with Giga Drain and Synthesis. I really wanted to put Leech Seed on there, but I thought Synthesis might have been more useful. Especially if he's got fucking Toxapex scalding me and burning me and just generally being annoying. And obviously Spikes and T-Spikes. Then I have a Tyranitar with a Chople Berry to deal with Victini. Chople Berry is on there for Focus Blast or Brick Break, which he will 100% be bringing, otherwise it won't be killing me. I have Pursuit on there to trap it and get it out of the way early in the match, which is 100% my game plan, and then Excadrill / Alakazam can just clean up and hopefully do things, and it also gives room for Conk to wreak havoc, because it's one less thing to revenge kill something, basically. So my game plan going into this game is get to remove Victini from the field outright, because I just had no switches into it, and it just would have made my life so much easier. So Pursuit, Crunch, Stone Edge, and Taunt on there. I think I may have had Fire Blast. I had Fire Blast over Crunch for the Klefki. And Taunt on there for the Klefki as well. Getting it on the switch. Fully max HP, max attack, and a bitten special attack. I think I may have had a bitten defense as well to take the Brick Break more comfortably. I can't remember off the top of my head. Then I've got a Choice Scarf Alakazam with Shadow Ball, Psychic, Trick, and Dazzling Gleam. I think it was Gleam. It may have been something else. I do not quite remember. But yes. Scarf Alakazam outspeeds everything. This was brought to deal with Scarf Victini, Scarf Keldeo, possibly, and also the Aerodactyl, because Aerodactyl outspeeds my entire team, Don't want to be dealing with that. I also don't want to have to rely to getting up stands to then outspeed it with extra jaw. So hopefully Alakazam will be doing a lot of work this week. Trick is on there for Blissey or Klefki should he bring them. Which he brought neither, which is sad, but never mind. And then I have a physically defensive wall.jpg Clefable. Stealth Rock, Thunderwave, no not Thunderwave, Stealth Rock, Moonblast, fucking... I didn't put Moonblast on it because I'm bad at the game, I put Dazzling Gleam, it was meant to be Moonblast. Soft Boiled and Stealth Rock and Moonblast and Counter. Counter is the most important one this week. This is for Aerodactyl because it's a Z-mover and I don't want to deal with that. And also it's for Victini as well. I was really hoping to get a Victini counter. That would have been cool. But that is my team. I've probably rambled on for far too long now. I'm going to get into battle and let's see how things play out. Bear in mind, by the way, every time me and Kyle have battled, I've hacked the shit out of him. So I'm really hoping this is a clean game. And I really don't want things to go badly, basically. So, with that in mind, let's hope this is a nice clean match after last week's rubbish one and just the plethora of hacks in the past against Kyle. I'm rambling now. I'll see you in a battle. Don't you love it when your parents come home from a foreign country whilst you're recording the battle and then you have to stop the battle despite your really good commentary to go and say hi to them, and it's now the next day and I'm rambling now, so hello! I'm gonna lead with Conkeldurr. I actually wanted to lead with Tyranitar, but I ran out of time and couldn't change my lead, which is really, really bad. So I'm instantly on the back foot, and I think, fuck it, I'm just going to click Thunder Punch here. He's not going to go for the Recreate because I've got a Tyranitar on the back. He's also not going to click Zen Headbutt turn 1. I know Kyle, I know his playstyle. He's going to go out into his defensive wall to deal with this. And if we went out into Stunfisk, then, well, good job, Kyle. But no, he does go into the Toxapex, and instantly I've gained a little bit of momentum back. And by momentum, I mean good plays. That made no sense. I'm going to go into Ramona here to deal with this Toxapex, and if he wants to go into said Stunfisk I mentioned before to take that Thunder Punch, then I get a good matchup. And he does do that, so instantly I've got the momentum in my favour this match, which I didn't have last week, so that's really good for me. He's going to make the offensive switch into the Victini, which is not good for me. As I get up a layer of spikes, hazards are really important this week to whittle down the Victini. And I'm going to go into my Clefable here because I can't risk him staying in and clicking V-Create or Zen Headbutt, so I absolutely am forced into this Clefable. I need my Roserade around for the Specs Keldurr in the back, and he does end up going for the U-turn, which is fine. So Kyle is now getting some momentum, which is cool, and he brings in his Aerodactyl. Now remember, we have counter on this Clefable this week, and I'm going to go for it here. So he's going to go for the Stone Edge in a second. There we go. Sorry, getting a little ahead of myself. Going to go for the Stone Edge, and it's going to do just below half. I go for the counter, and because Kyle is good at the game and has HP investment, he doesn't die, which is not good. Aerodactyl also happens to be one of his Z-movers, and I don't see a Life Orb on there, so I'm thinking, oh shit, he's probably a Z-Crystal, and he's probably got the Iron move? Steel move this week. So I'm going to predict this and go into my Conkeldurr here, hoping to live this Iron. I keep saying Iron, because it's Iron Head, basically. To predict the Steel move, and turns out it's a Supersonic Sky Strike, so this is one hell of a dead Conkeldurr. So, ripping dead Conkeldurr, you did good. At this point, Conk was kind of expendable, like one of the most expendable ones. It would have been nice to have the Mach Punch around, but at the same time, Arrow was already weakened, and it did what it wanted to do, which is weaken the Toxapex. I'm now going to go into my Scarf Alakazam to kill this, because I don't want it around to Pursuit Trap me later on in the match. So I get rid of it, and I go for Shadow Ball, so he can't go into his Victini, basically. So he's going to get damaged by these spikes, and he's bought the thing because I guess it's the best thing to take me on. And then he's going to go, I'm going to go out into my Roserade to take this on because it can't touch me, I'm a Roserade. He's going to get up the spin, which is fine. I can just set up more hazards here. And he's basically going to switch. I think he's going to switch out here because obviously he's going to be fearing the Sludge Bomb. He doesn't want this to get damaged. He's brought this for the Excadrill, and he needs this as healthy as possible. But I decide to switch out, predicting him to go make the offensive switch into Victini. And I riskily switch in my T-Chart against the Serena. And he does do the offensive play, which he did do on the last matchup with the Roserade. Which is great for me, because now I have the situation that I wanted. This is a very important turn of events. He goes for Brick Break, and I gobble up my Chopple Berry. I take this, not well because it's a banded Victini, and I go for Pursuit here, thinking he'd want a U-turn. Now, I'm going to predict him to switch out into another Mon, because I have a Clefable in the back and a Roserade, and he's not going to click Brick Break again, and he does make that play. Had he stayed in and Brick Breaked, I didn't need the Sand, because Victini had taken enough damage to the point where Scarf Alakazam can come in and kill it with a Shadow Ball. So I was thinking, I don't really need the Sand, he's not a Scarf Victini, and I can just come in with my Alakazam and basically clean up at this point. So I mean, if I lost my Tyranitar there, it wouldn't have been the best of plays, but I then could have gone into, you know, something else to revenge it, essentially. But his Victini's down, he's now in with a Stunfisk, and I just use this to get up hazards. He gets up Rocks, which doesn't really hinder my team at all. I've still got the Excadrill in the back to spin away. This Earth Power is going to do the square root of fuck all, because I'm a especially defensive Roserade. And at this point, he knows he can't break this Roserade. He literally has nothing. So he's going to preserve this and go out into his Toxapex to sack it. Shiny Toxapex though, he's got a really cool hat. And I go for the T-Spikes here, predicting for this to come in. And if not, then, oh well, at least he has to sack this at some point. So T-Spikes are up, and I just kill this off with a Giga Drain. So fucking Roserade putting in a ridiculous shift of work, which is awesome. And Toxapex is going to go down, which is wonderful. So it didn't really do much this battle, which is nice. And now he goes into Seabiscuit, which is his Keldeo. And now I'm kind of fearing the Sword Stance set, or the physical set. I was like, has he got Zen Headbutt? If he does, it's not going to kill me. So that would be less than ideal. But he goes for Icy Wind, and as you can see here, Specs Keldeo doesn't even do half to my Roserade. Roserade, you fucking lord! And I'm just going to go for Giga Drain and basically almost kill it. So I'm back at a comfortable amount of health after that Giga Drain. Look at that, I'm basically back at full. Roserade, you fucking lord. One off full, and that is almost a dead Keldeo. As he's going to go down to Poison next turn, I do decide to get up a second layer of Spikes, just so it pressures the remainder of his team, basically. I'm down to half, but again, it doesn't really matter because nothing on his team can kill me at this point. He's only got the Stunfisk Keldeo, which is about to die, and the Serena left. So Roserade is basically just going to win. Had I brought Sludge Bomb, that is. I brought Leech Seed over Sludge Bomb because I'm silly. And by Leech Seed, I think I mean Synthesis. Good job, Ellie. 10 out of 10 commentary. So there's a Serena. It's going to take a hefty amount of damage from the spikes, and it's going to get Toxic. By Toxic, I mean Poisoned. So he's just going to spin away the hazards, which is fine. I'm going to go for Synthesis here, I think. Yep, which I do. Cool. And at this point, he knows I don't have Sludge Bomb because I've revealed my whole moveset, which is kind of annoying, but at the same time, these last couple turns are going to be quite stally because I'm basically looking to switch into Excadrill safely to be able to clean up, essentially. Obviously, Excadrill can't really switch into a Trop Kick, so I'm just looking for an opportunity to switch in said Excadrill. So I'm basically just going to whittle down the Serena with Giga Drain, and hopefully it's just going to die to Poison and Giga Drains and things and stuff. And I didn't consider the fact that this thing might have Rust Talk, and if it did, it might be a bit of a problem. So I'm at full, he's at half, and now is a turn he's going to reveal Rest after I go for this Giga Drain. Actually no, I switch out to my Clef, I think. Nope, my Alakazam. That'll do. My commentary is just off the fucking chart today. And yeah, he's going to reveal Rest this turn, which is like, oh, that's mildly annoying. So I'm going to trick this thing with my Alakazam. Because I really don't want to deal with the sleep talking thing. And he's going to predict this nicely and go out to his Stunfisk. He knows this Serena is basically his chance at lowering differential. And basically timer stalling out to a 6-1, or a 5-1 even, rather than a 5-0. So I'm going to trick it onto the Stunfisk, which is inconsequential, it's not going to do anything, basically. And I just go back out into my Razorade, because at this point, you know, this is a Stunfisk, it can't touch me. So here's a Razorade taking nothing from an Earth Power. And I'm going to cheekily double into a Clefable, I think. I wanted to go into Extra Draw here, but I couldn't risk it in case he did go for the second Earth Power for some reason. Had I gone into Extra Draw there, I probably just would have won the game then and there. But again, I needed kind of chip damage on the Serena because X's was a roll on it, and I didn't really want to risk the roll. I'm gonna go for Rocks for some reason other than Moonblast. And by Moonblast I mean Dazzling Gleam because I'm bad and forgot that Moonblast does more than Dazzling Gleam. I go for Rocks here, which was dumb. I basically wasted a turn there. And I'm going to get my lefties back, and then I'm going to think, hang on, I've got counter, why don't I just counter this thing to death? And he's vulnerable with Sleep Talk, so he may get a Trop Kick here, which I am hoping for because obviously it does more than Rapid Spin, and he does get it, which is nice for me, bad for him. My attack is going to fall, which is just, you know, doesn't matter. In the end, it doesn't even matter. That was a really bad Linkin Park reference, I'm sorry. So the Serena is now weakened, he can't touch me. And if he does, then he's going to die to counter, which is cool. He's going to try and Rapid Spin me. No, he's not. I should have countered there. But I thought he'd try and Rapid Spin me to death. But my play was a soft-boiled there because, you know, counter may not have killed him. Depending on rolls and things. And 2 Trop Kicks would have killed me. So I go for Dazzling Gleam next. After these turns of lefties, which is cool. I'm getting ahead of myself. Apologies for the stalliness, but like I say, I'm trying to get a safe switch into my Excadrill. So he's going to try and Rapid Spin me to death, so I can't counter him, basically. So I'm going to predict this and just go for Dazzling Gleam, basically. It should have been Moonblast, but because I'm bad at the game, it wasn't. And basically here he is forced to rest. So I take this opportunity to go out into my Guy, Excadrill. But he's actually going to withdraw for some reason. He's going to withdraw into his Stunfisk as I go out into my Excadrill. And this is great. Scarf isn't going to outspeed me because it's a Stunfisk. And I'm also Assault Vest, so I'm going to take this Earth Power quite comfortably. Earthquake is going to not even kill the Stunfisk because Stunfisk is a fucking lord. Earth Power is going to connect. It's going to do just below half. Shout out to Assault Vest Excadrill. Earthquake is going to clean up the Stunfisk. That's going to go down. Goodbye Pancake. You were a... I don't know. You were a... honourable Pancake. And then he's going to go out into his Serena. And I click X's and kill it, basically. That is the game. 5-0 victory against Kyle. Holy shit, that crit didn't matter. I think that was a crit there. I wasn't paying attention. I looked away because I'm dumb. And yeah, so that was the match. I'm going to pause it as soon as Kyle's face comes up. Come on, Kyle. There we go. Okay, nice mouse cursor here. I feel I prepped so much better this week. I'm not even going to mention my prep last week because it was just... it was bad. I think we all know it was bad. I probably got slaughtered on the power rankings, which is fair enough, you know, like, I played badly and I bought some questionable things. Special T-Tar was good though. But this week I felt like last week's prep made me think, shit, this is serious and I need to up my game. So Scarf Alakazam was a good bring for Scarf Victini or just the Aerodactyl in general. And obviously Sandrush Excadrill is so much better than Sandforce. Ellie, what the fuck were you thinking last week? So 5-0 victory against Kyle, which I'm super happy about. I felt like I played really well. I felt like I capitalised on his playstyle because I feel like he's a very aggressive player. Luckily, I made the right plays at the right time. With the whole Pursuit Tyranitar turn, it was kind of risky, but we both made risky plays basically on that turn, but it paid out for me. But Tyranitar was more expendable than, you know, going out into something and losing momentum, basically, had he doubled on the switch, predicting me to go out into Clefable or whatever. So yeah, that turn was so important. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Next week we face Carson, who has got a Mega Charizard X, so that's gonna be fun. He's also won both of his games, I think. From the top of my head, I think. I don't know. Sorry. That probably really hurt your ears. ASMR. Hello. This is probably really creepy. But yeah, sorry for the appearance. I'm literally having to record this on the day of upload, so I'm gonna go edit this now and hopefully get it out by tonight. But knowing me, Vegas will crash like 50 million times. Rambling. I'm gonna stop now. Thank you for watching. Yay for Accrington Stantler for bouncing back this week. If you want merch similar to this, go in the description and there'll be links to a TeePublic server website. It also has merch for other coaches if you want to support those as well. And shout out to Raikwin for my graphics. They are sexy as fuck. And Jim for recording my battle. Thank you. I probably should have done that at the beginning of the video, but I am bad, so well done me. Alright, I am gonna go now. I'm sorry for rambling for so long. Goodbye.